Hi, I'm Jack Westerman for ESEAnews.com here in the heart of Paris, France, for the Electronic Sports World Cup 2012. Joining me today is team Ubinited, who finished their group stage games yesterday. They won 2, drew 1, and are getting ready now for the semi-final in about an hour and a half. Guys, back in Paris again for like the 28th year running. How was the trip? And you know, you're a little bit more mature now. Are you seasoned veterans? Are you ever going to get bored of coming to this event?
Definitely not. I think as we grow older, we start to appreciate the little things, and we're definitely thankful. We get to really look forward every year to seeing each other and visiting this beautiful city and listening to a crowd like that over there, and especially when they're cheering for us, it really keeps us coming back. And so it's definitely exciting each year, and it gets better and better.
You sound like you rehearsed that answer. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the group stage yesterday, because you won 2 games, you drew 1 game, right? Which is unusual for you guys. Usually you've come in for like you've won 4 consecutive events, right? And 5 out of the last 6 as a kind of core team. So tying a game for you guys is pretty unusual. What went wrong, and how are you going to fix it going forwards?
We understand and know what went wrong yesterday. We reviewed it and discussed it as a team, and so it was just the little things that kind of caught us off guard. I think even though the scores reflected our first 2 matches was like 16-5 and 16-9, we did end up losing all 4 of those pistols, and so that definitely hurt us. So that was something that we definitely need to improve on. The last match we did end up winning both our pistols, and we ended up tying that match, and so we discussed it as a team and kind of figured out what was hurting us, and I think that we'll be able to improve on that today and hopefully tomorrow as well.
So are we just going to lose the pistols today so we can win the match?
Alice, say it in the mic.
I said, are we just going to lose the pistols today so we can win the match?
It's part of our strategy. You guys will have to watch and see.
Okay. So this is the first time that Global Offensive has been used at the ESWC. I mean, you guys are used to 1.6, and as a result, there's a lot of different teams here that you wouldn't usually have met, right? Do you feel that teams are more prepared this year? I mean, is it more of a challenge going up against these source teams who are used to the engine and, you know, maybe are just accustomed to the whole thing a little bit more?
I think that's a great answer for Heather to play. I played Source for a little bit in 2005, for a little stint in Source, dabbled in that a little bit for about a year, and I was actually on the same team as Heather, and so I have a little bit of Source experience, but not really. So none of us really know what to expect. You know, it seems that there's a lot of hybrid teams for Go. You know, half Source, half 1.6, and so I think each game brings a little bit of an edge towards this new game, and so I don't know. Heather, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's I've seen a lot of teams both in the men's and women's doing kind of the hybrid thing, because the 1.6 players have that ESWC LAN experience, but the Source players are more familiar with the engine. So a lot of teams are kind of taking the best of both worlds, and there's actually some pretty decent teams here this year. Some that I'm not as familiar with them, but they've really surprised us, and I think it's a new game, so there's more opportunities for new players to shine and win, but hopefully that's not the case, because we want to.
Well, I have a bone to pick with you, Potter, because this time last year you told me that you probably wouldn't play CSGO because it looked too much like Source and you weren't really interested, right? So, and yet here you are, right? How do you feel about Global Offensive now? I mean, it's changed a lot since, we first saw it a year ago. Have you warmed to it since then? I mean, you've been playing it a lot, right?
You know, first of all, I'll go wherever my team goes, you know, and we decided as a team, obviously. Wow, that's rude. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Bro, what the hell? Westerman, get on that. All right, anyway, sorry, viewers. Sorry about that. Anyways, what was the question? I have ADD right now. Oh, do I like Go? Okay, yeah, no, obviously ESWC announced it for us, and honestly, I don't know that we would have switched if ESWC was 1.6 this year. I mean, I know for sure we wouldn't have, obviously. We go where the tournaments are, and we kind of, you know, obviously we'll move together as a team, but ESWC announced 2 months ago that it was going to be Go, so we started practicing it, and I can honestly say I enjoy Go. I really appreciate the pace of the game. It's something different, it's something new, and I think that 1.6 for 10 years, over a decade, it was always bringing something new each year. I mean, there was always new tactics from teams and different play styles. And as the generations changed over, the pace of the game changed as well. And so I think with Go, we're bound to see some amazing things happen with it. And the teams are just going to keep coming up with new stuff. And it's going to be a lot of entertainment for all of us.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the roster change that you guys had, because this time last year you had Ubinited, now you've got Sapphire. What brought about the roster change? How did you land on Heather in the end, and what kind of insight does it give you? Because you are technically a hybrid team now, you got 1.6 players and a Source player. So what kind of perspective does Heather bring to the team?
I think Heather brings in a lot of new blood and maturity, and that's something that we weren't familiar with in the past. The female community is just so small that it's very hard to find a compatible fifth. And Benito was great for us. Last year, unfortunately, we parted ways, and so this year we knew coming in that we would need a new fifth, and Heather's right there with us, man. She's our same age, she understands what we're saying, and it just kind of meshed kind of perfectly. And honestly, I think we played with her maybe like 3 times total or something, and then we already knew that we wanted her. It just clicked, and I think it's a different level of it just worked out perfectly for me personally. I mean, Jenny, what do you think?
Hold on. You can't put me on the spot like that. I have to about me too. No, but not when I'm on
That's
the
shades,
spot.
Jaso. That's shades. All right, Alice, you say something.
Well, when we first played with Heather, I knew right away that she would be the perfect fit.
Okay.
Especially
match made in Counter-Strike.
Yes, it was. I was like, I love Heather. She's so mature and she's so like us. It's awesome.
Okay, cool. Question specifically for the rookie. Okay, so obviously you've played a lot of Counter-Strike before. I've seen you've been all over North America with Source. But joining 5-time world champion Ubinited, coming to Paris, Electronic Sports World Cup, playing on the stage. Excited, nervous, tentative. How's it been?
Everything really. I mean, I feel like there's some pressure just because I'm the rookie and I don't want to cause them to lose their 5th straight championship. But it's one of the best experiences I've ever had in Counter-Strike, and I've only played 3 matches so far. I've been to this level of tournaments countless times, either just to watch as a fan or to do coverage for ESEA News, and now to actually play in the ESWC is like a Counter-Strike dream come true. I know I had tears in my eyes the first pistol round of our first match, just excited to actually be there, just seeing the stage and seeing actually female teams up there in the spotlight is really exciting, and I can't wait to be up there, and hopefully we will tomorrow.
Aww.
That's nice. Okay, so going forwards, it's the semi-final in probably about an hour now, and then you have the final tomorrow, right? Assuming you make it through the semi-final, of course. Optimism and all that. What is your kind of strategy, if you have one? I mean, are you taking it one game at a time, or are you kind of glazing over this one, thinking about the final? What do you expect your opponents in the semi-final to be like? What's going through your head right now, as it were?
We're definitely taking it one day at a time. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves, and we've always been a team to really keep our composure and think of it as just taking it slow. We're not sure what to expect. We're playing the French team who beat out the teams we thought we were going to play versus as far as the French qualifiers go. So we have no idea. I mean, we know that they're young players and inexperienced as far as something as huge as ESWC. So I think we have that sort of edge over them. But, we'll see how it goes. We are playing the semifinals, so hopefully we're in the final tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, so last question pretty much before we do shout-outs and things. I'm going to hit you with an epic question, right? Whether you win or lose this tournament, how is that going to impact your legacy as a Counter-Strike team?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. I think that we have already proven ourselves and what we stand for and what we are as a team. And I think that our true fans and people that just support gaming in general understand that and understand what we've tried to accomplish. And so we don't really have anything to prove this event. We're more so just trying to maintain what we've done every year, and that is to win. So that's what we're just trying to maintain. And whether we win or lose, I think we're all so happy to see each other. And so, I mean, we know Alice is retiring after this year, so that's really been hard for us to accept. But like I said, I'll probably be crying if we lose, but it's still. I think we'll be okay even if we lose. We'll be okay.
Okay.
But we won't. But maybe. I don't know.
See how it goes. Fingers crossed. Right, should we go down the line and do shout-outs?
I just want to say thank you for the interview. You're always awesome when we're here, and to all our sponsors that supported us throughout the years, you guys have been awesome. And to my awesome teammates, I'm ready to win another championship. I want to go out as a champ, so let's do this.
I want to thank Ubisoft Montreal, Ubisoft Paris, Shootmania, Nadeo, Razer, and that's it. Oh, and Leah and Chelsea.
Oh, you took everybody.
I know you did. You took everyone. Damn. Okay. Well, I want to thank definitely Ubisoft Montreal. I mean Ubisoft, the whole staff over there. Every time, this is our second time over there, and they're freaking amazing. The work that they do and the things that they do over there. Miss Stephanie Harvey, our superstar. So definitely thank them, and definitely thank Razer. Their gear is awesome. My room is souped up now, so I don't need my nightlight anymore. I can see in the dark. Everything's glowing green, so that's pretty cool. Thanks Leah, thanks Chelsea, thanks everybody.
I guess ESWC is one person we left out. If it wasn't for the organization, we definitely wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have the opportunity to see each other year after year. Again, CSGO Female wasn't announced till after the fact, and even though it was a little close to cut off and gave us only 2 months of practice, hopefully we prepared enough. Obviously, hi Mooney, and there you go.
Shout out to okay, I'll be cheesy. I'll be cheesy. Hi Sal. No, first I was gonna be cheesy and say shout out to my team for believing in me and picking me up. And shout out to Sal because you're awesome and you made a really good map. And Valve, you should hire him because he's really smart.
And the scrims we got.
Sorry?
The CSGO community actually was really nice to us the whole time. We don't get that. With 1.6, we get a lot of haters and stuff. And the CSGO community that we practiced against for the last couple months have been awesome. So thanks, guys.
Okay. Guys, thank you very much. Good luck in your semi-final.
Thank you.